Divine greetings, Masters. Very good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. This is Madhu Soni welcoming you all to Light and Soul Meditation English Group Masters. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your precious time, space, and energy with each other. Masters, we are really glad, blessed, and really we feel grateful to all the Masters who are always coming here. My deepest regards and gratitude to each and everyone, old and new. Before we start the session, let us first pray to our divine beings, guides, guardian angels, and give our gratitude and ask as prayers the wishes that we need in our lives to align us and to walk this path of truth and divinity. With great respect, regards, gratitude to all the divine beings, ascended masters, Param Guru Mandali masters, Saptarishi Mandal masters, the Siddhas, the gurus, teachers, mentors, healers, masters from the astral realms, who are also connected with the Most High, the Pyramid World Masters, Crystal World Masters, Masters of all the kingdoms, Masters from the spiritual realms, Masters from the angelic realms. We are really grateful to all the loved ones and ancestors, the Param Guru Mandali Masters, our great Grandmaster Pitama Brahm Rishi Patriji, Mahavtar Babaji, and we are really blessed to have your energies and consciousness with us, to have your divine knowledge and wisdom with us. Please help us align with the highest incarnation that we have set for our soul journeys. Also help us align with the soul planning and soul purposes. Please help us and help us connect with your consciousness. The knowledge and wisdom that you got, may we also get the same. Please fill our hearts with unconditional love, compassion, and kindness. And also help us not only fill ourselves, our home, our mind, our body with peace, love, and happiness, but also of others. May we help awaken others and help bring this planet Earth to its utmost potential with great balance, peace, prosperity, and happiness, and unconditional love. Thank you so much. Masters, today we have Neeraja Erraguntla ji, and who is from Dallas, Texas. So, Masters, let me invite her. And sorry, I always, let me do the spotlight. Did I say something wrong, Neeraja ji?
No. I'm in Austin, but
Okay,
Dallas also
Austin.
1 foot is there, so no problem.
Okay.
I might be in Dallas, and I myself don't know where I am, so I was just smiling
Okay.
at that.
Yeah. So very warm welcome, Neeraja ji. And it's really, I'm very, very grateful to you that you are actually taking the initiative and doing the chapter 23rd and chapter 24 for today. Chapter 24, maybe we might be just reading it through so that, we get what the letter is all about. But today, Neeraja ji would be doing the last chapters of this wonderful book, Only Love is Real by Dr. Brian Weiss. So, Neeraja ji,
Yeah,
you can continue.
yeah.
Over to you.
I was thinking that today I had a very, very busy day at work too. And I was looking at that thing, and it'll
Uh-huh.
be more of reading because it's mostly bringing things together and
Yeah.
doing. You
One
want me
second.
to do the quote?
Yeah, 1 second. Let me just show you, and then I can also help you if need be.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me share. So here it is, Masters. And as we have read the last chapter where Elizabeth and Pedro were in the same flight, right? So during the turbulence time, when the plane was facing this turbulence, Elizabeth was very scared. So she held Pedro's hands, okay? And that is how they came together. They had this electrifying experience when they both held their hands together. So now, chapter 23rd and 24 is the one. So, Neerja ji, if you wish to, you can.
Yeah. Yeah. So chapter 23, thank you, Madhiji. Welcome everybody. This with this quote from Voltaire. It's not surprising to be born twice than once. Everything in nature is resurrection. And so the whole theme of this is that we just don't have one life, and that we're constantly losing this body, and then our soul takes up another body. And it's interesting because I'm starting to read and listen to Swami Sarvaprayananda. If anybody wants, everything is on YouTube and free. And he's going over Gita, and this is the exact sentence that today's my section that I finished on chapter 2, that was talking about more than once how you're born and that we shouldn't grieve for this body when it's gone, and that everything is resurrection. And so uh, I start off from here, Madhuji. So Elizabeth called me from Boston. Dr. Weiss is saying she had extended her vacation. Pedro had returned from London immediately after his business that was concluded. And so he was in Boston too with Elizabeth, and they were already falling in love. They had begun to compare their experiences of past lives, which they both remembered very vividly. Dr. Weiss is saying they were like as though they were discovering each other once again. And she's saying, Elizabeth is saying that he's really very special. And Dr. Weiss is reminding Elizabeth, so are you. And then, following that experience that Dr. Weiss had with Elizabeth and Pedro, his practice took a really big leap, beautiful leap into this mystical and magical world of connecting souls and going into your past life. And Dr. Weiss is saying, when I conduct large workshops in which each participant is presented with the opportunity to experience deeply relaxed and hypnotic states, the frequency of magical events just rises dramatically. So there's so many. Here we are seeing a few stories, and now in those workshops, they're really, really big. And you see this able to experience from so many people. And he continues, Dr. Weiss says, the range of experiences extend far beyond past lives and reincarnation. Beautiful spiritual and mystical events emerge frequently and with life transforming power. Dr. Weiss says, I have been blessed to help facilitate these events, and here is what happened in a 1-2 week span. So again, here hearing this of how Dr. Bryce is being grateful for this opportunity. He's facilitator, but he's also experiencing all these beautiful moments and connecting people. So, in 1-2 week span, this is what happened. A reporter for a local newspaper attended a weekend series of seminars and workshops in Boston, and she wrote this following thing. Many people in Dr. Weiss's past life regression workshops related profound emotional and spiritual experiences. One exercise this journalist is saying was particularly dramatic. Weiss had the lights turned down and asked everyone in the room to find a partner. He directed the pairs to look into each other's faces for several minutes while he guided the meditation with his voice. When the exercise was over, two women who had never met shared that they had seen themselves as the other's sister. One woman said she had kept seeing a nun in her partner's face, and when she told her partner that woman replied that in a previous day session she had a past life memory in which she was a nun. So they were actually able to experience these things, and they're able to have that evidence that this past life, giving you little bit of clues that these things are real. Most amazing was a local woman. This continues, the journalist is saying, she saw in her partner's face her 19 and 1/2-year-old brother who had been killed in World War II. Her partner was a younger woman from Wisconsin who explained that she had also a past life memory just the day before. That being a 19 and 1/2-year-old man in army boots and fatigues and was killed in war, and that earlier in Vietnam. The healing experience, the healing experience with the local woman was just palpable. People could feel that thing. This is so real happening in front of them. So Dr. Weiss is saying, love dissolves anger. Let the spiritual part. Valium, he's talking about these medicines that people take to control their anxiety, like Valium and Prozac. He's saying those things don't do the way, this is really the real way to have that experience and not and lose your anxiety. And he continues to say that so love dissolves anger and love heals grief. The brilliant psychotherapist, cellular biologist, and author Dr. Joan Borensko was standing next to me, responding to my keynote address. Dr. Bryce is saying, spiritual implications of past life therapy given at the Boston conference. Her blue eyes danced as she related a 10-year-old story. At the time, she was a highly respected researcher on the faculty of Harvard Medical School. And in one of the conferences on nutrition, Joan, one of the speakers, happened to run into her boss, who was also attending a medical conference at the same hotel. The boss was surprised to see Joan. Back at work, her boss threatened her if she ever again lent the name of Harvard University to such a frivolous matter, such a silly matter, he called it, at a nutrition conference. She said that she would not be working at Harvard anymore. But times have changed enormously since then, even at Harvard. Not only is nutrition now a mainstream of teaching and research, but some faculty members at Harvard are confirming and expanding on Dr. Weiss's work with past life regression therapy. The next weekend, he says, I conducted a 2-day seminar in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and nearly 500 people attended. And again, there was like a magical moment over there. Many people experienced early childhood in utero, that is in their womb, and past life memories. One participant was a forensic psychiatrist, very well respected in Puerto Rico, experienced a lot more. Dr. Weiss did a guided meditation on the second day of the conference, and his inner eye pierced the shadowy figure of a young woman who approached him. And this young woman says, Tell them I am well, she told Dr. Weiss. Tell them Natasha is well. I think she was telling it to the psychiatrist. The psychiatrist felt very silly as he related his experience to the entire group because he felt that he knew nobody named Natasha, and the name itself is a rarity. It's not very common in Puerto Rico. And the message related by this ghost-like character, this girl, was something that he felt he had no connection to anything happening in the conference or his personal life. Does the message have any meaning to anybody here? Now, the psychiatrist who was from Puerto Rico is asking the audience. And suddenly, a woman screamed in the back of the auditorium, My daughter, my daughter. Her daughter, who had died suddenly in her 20s, only 6 months before, was named Anna Natalia. Her mother and only her mother called her Natasha. The psychiatrist had never met or heard of Natasha or her mother. He was as unnerved by this extraordinary experience as was the mother. When both had regained their composure, Natasha's mother showed him a photo of the daughter. And now the psychiatrist has really gone pale because he's seeing something. And in that picture, the photo that the mother was showing, this psychiatrist was able to recognize it was the same young woman whose shadowy figure had approached him when he was in that during that session and with her message. The next weekend, Dr. Weiss held another conference in Mexico City, and again a similar event, a similar situation happened. It was very magical with a lot of people almost like coming up with this thing. You know how you say you have this goose flesh feeling that all of them are happening, and because they're able to connect it, people are just like amazed at what is happening. After a meditation, a woman in the audience began to cry happily. She had just experienced a past life memory in which her current husband was her son. She had been she was a man in her medieval lifetime, and she, the father, had abandoned him. In this present life, her husband had always feared that she would leave him. The fear had no rational basis in the current life. She had never even threatened to leave him. This lady was constantly trying to reassure her husband, but his overwhelming insecurity devastated his life and was poisoning the relationship. Now, this lady understood the real source of her husband's fear. She rushed to telephone him with the answer, with a reassurance that she would never leave him again. So, because of this understanding, their relationship was healed. And you can make a statement that relationships sometimes can just heal. There might be just this small misunderstanding or this fear carrying over the generation. And that was causing this uncertainty and that fear of anxiousness in that husband. At the end of the seminar, second day, Dr. Weiss was signing books, and a woman came through the line and she was crying very softly. She whispered and saying that she was thanking Dr. Weiss and said, You don't know what you had done to me. I had terrible pains in my upper back for the past 10 years. She said she had been to many doctors in Houston and Los Angeles, and nobody was able to help her. But she said in the past life regression that she went through the day before, she saw herself as a soldier being stabbed in the back just below the neck. And that's where the pain was coming for her. And when she understood that, the pain disappeared. And for the first time, this lady has no pain in her back. This is like another story that we heard before. She was so happy she could not stop smiling and crying. And so Dr. Weiss is saying now that lately he has been telling people that regression therapy can take weeks or months to work and that they should not be discouraged because the process seems to be going slowly. This lady reminded him that that process can also be rapid. So I guess it is individual people and how you connect. For some people, like this lady, it was rapid. For some of the situations, for some people, it might take a long time. And so he's trying to manage the expectations of his patients that nothing might happen immediately, but it could also take long time or immediately. As this lady walked away, Dr. Bryce is wondering what other miracles the future would bring. And he's saying that the more I see my patients and my workshop participants recalling memories of their past lives, and the more I witness their magical and mystical experiences, the more I'm reminded that the concept of reincarnation is just a bridge. The therapeutic results of walking over this bridge are beyond question. People get better even if they don't believe in past lives. The belief of the therapist isn't important either. Memories are elicited and symptoms seem to resolve. So many people, however, become fixated on the bridge rather than finding what lies beyond. They obsess about minor details like names and whether this is accurate history wise, but he's saying don't focus on that. Use this past life regression as a bridge to understand. Discover that the whole focus is on discovering as many details from as past life as you can. They're missing, sometimes we say you're missing the forest for the trees because you're constantly getting caught in the small details without understanding and feeling that and taking the main parts of it. He reiterates again reincarnation is a bridge to greater knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. It reminds us of what we take with us and what we do not, or why we are here and what we need to accomplish in order to move on. He says this reincarnation reminds us of the incredible guidance and help along the way and our loved ones returning with us to share our steps and to ease our burdens. So that's the end of the chapter 23.
Yeah,
Should I-
1 second. Would you like me to read it, Nirjaji? If you want me to, I can read it, or if you want to.
Your wish. Your
Let me
wish.
share it. I have read the story also. Did you get the chance to read it? You didn't, right?
Yeah, I'm reading it.
Okay. So here's the chapter 24, the quote again. Nirjaji, if you want to. Yeah.
Yeah. So the quote goes like this, and the quote is from Benjamin Franklin. Finding myself to exist in this world, I believe I shall, in some shape or other, always exist, and with all the inconvenience human life is liable to, I shall not object to a new edition of mine, hoping, however, that the errata of the last may be corrected. Some mistake that you have that could be corrected. And this is Benjamin Franklin quote, and it's again beautiful, saying that, that you shall not object for a new life and hoping that you won't repeat the same mistakes that you had in your last life. So it's beautiful how Dr. Weiss has captured so many beautiful, very perfect for each of these sections that we are reading and each of the stories. So
Yeah, if you want
we
to.
thought we'll just read through this chapter
Yeah.
24, right? You
Yeah,
want
if
me to
you
go
want.
through?
Yeah, go through.
Okay. Over the years, many of my patients have become my teachers. They constantly bring me gifts of their stories and experiences, gifts of their knowledge and spiritual understanding. Some have actually become dear friends, sharing their lives as well as their gifts. Years ago, before Many Lives and Many Masters, that first book was published, but after my work with Catherine and dozens of subsequent regression patients, a patient brought in two messages for me, he says, Dr. Weiss. She had received the messages in dreams and wrote them down upon awakening. They came from Philo, a person I too had seen in my dreams. and later identified in my first book. The patient did not know about my dream experiences, and the coincidence of the same name was very interesting, he says. Did the messages come from that lady's subconscious mind? He's asking a question. From an outside source, maybe Philo provided that information? Or was there a memory that was forgotten for a long time, something she had read or heard earlier in her life, and then it was just stored in her memory? Perhaps it does not matter, he says. Dr. Weiss is saying, to paraphrase his daughter Amy, real is a matter of existence, and it existed. This thought existed in her mind. My messages from Philo also spoke of the mind. Then he says to BLW, the message is like this: the mind in each of us can comprehend all things, but it's unable to know itself. For let it say what it is and whence, whether it is spirit or blood or fire or some other substance, or not only so much, whether it is corporeal or incorporeal. We are ignorant of when the soul enters a body. You've done good work in guiding beings to recognize that moment. It's a good beginning. And this is the message from it, and it says the message ends with saying, your friend Philo. And then a week later, Dr. Weiss receives another message, and this one now dealt with the nature of God. Again, he's saying, I think so. BLW is Dr. Brian Weiss. The message is starting like that. We must remember too that the transcendent being is the only cause, the Father and the Creator of the universe. That He fills all things not with His thoughts, but only with His essence. His essence, that I think they're referring to the creator of the universe, the God, is not exhausted in the universe. He is above and beyond. We may say that only his powers are in the universe, but while he is above his power, he includes them. What do they do? He's asking. He does through them this experiences or this.
Experience, yeah, as
Yeah.
well.
Now they are visible working in the world. From their activity, we get a clue of the nature of God. And then it's again signed with
Name
Philo.
Philo. Yeah.
So Dr. Weiss is saying, I can perceive great truths in these words. This is more for about God and universe. And whatever the source, there's a message there, and it is a great truth. Dr. Weiss says, I've met famous psychics and mediums, priests and gurus, and have learned many, many things from them. Some are incredibly talented, but some are not. Dr. Weiss continues to say it has become clear to him that there is no direct correlation between psychic abilities and the level of spiritual evolution. He says he remembers a conversation he had with Edgar Mitchell, the well known astronaut and researcher of paranormal phenomena. In his laboratory, Edgar had studied a famous psychic who could affect energies, and by doing so, he could move a compass point through a magnetic field and even move objects by the power of his mind, a phenomenon known as telekinesis.
Diagnosis, yeah.
This, yeah, despite these obviously advanced psychic abilities, Edgar had noticed that the character and personality of the psychic were definitely not consistent with a higher level of spiritual awareness. He was not the first to point out to me that psychic abilities and spiritual development are not necessarily connected. He continues, I believe the psychic abilities of some people increase as they progress spiritually and they become more and more aware. This is more of an incidental acquisition rather than an essential step. One's ego should not become inflated merely because the level of one's psychic abilities increases. The goal is to learn about love and compassion, about goodness and charity, and not becoming a famous psychic. Even therapists can become extremely psychic if they allow it while working with their patients. Sometimes he says, continues Dr. Weiss, I can pick up psychic impressions, intuitive knowledge, or even physical impressions relating to the patient sitting in the comfortable chair across from him. A few years ago, he says he treated a young Jewish woman who was extremely sad. She was feeling out of place, feeling that somehow she was in this wrong family. The center of both of his palms of the doctor began to ache with a sharp pain as he talked to her, and he couldn't figure out why. He says he looked at the arms of the leather chair that he was sitting in, and there was no break in the leather, no sharp edges or reasons for this kind of pain. Yet it was getting more and more severe and beginning to sting and even burn. Dr. Weiss looks at his hand and he says he could see no marks or impression. He could see no cuts. So he was not sure what was the reason for this pain. Then suddenly a thought appeared in his mind. This is like being crucified. I decided to ask her what this meant. What does this crucifixion mean to you? Do you have some connection with Jesus? She just looked at me, Dr. Weiss says, her face blanching, like it has become like suddenly pale. She had been secretly going to church since she was 8 years old, but she had never told her parents about this feeling that she was really Catholic. So this sensation, Dr. Weiss says, in his hands and the connection that he made to help the patient break this thing in her life, that she was not crazy, this feeling is not bizarre for her to feel that she didn't belong to the family that she is with, that her feelings had a basis in reality, and that patients then began to understand and heal, and eventually they found a powerful past life where she had experienced in Palestine 2000 years ago. So Dr. Weiss says we are all psychics and we are all gurus. We may have merely forgotten. A patient told him about Sai Baba, a great holy man in India. Is he an avatar, a divine incarnation, a descent of deity of earth in a carnate form? He said, I don't know, I replied, but in some sense, aren't we all? We are all gods, with God is within us. We should not be distracted by the psychic abilities, for these are merely signposts along the way. We need to express our divinity and our love by good deeds and by service. And he says, perhaps no one should be anyone else guru for longer than a month or two. Repeated trips to India are not necessary since the real journey lies within. There are distinct benefits of having one's own transcendental experience to begin opening up to the realization of the divine, to the understanding that life is so much more than what meets our eye. Sometimes you don't believe it if you don't see it. But he says your path is inward, like how we are talking. This is more difficult path, the more painful journey. We bear the responsibility because it is our own learning. The responsibility cannot be externalized and dumped onto someone else or some guru. The kingdom of God is within you.
So this is the epilogue. If you want to read, this is it.
Sure. Uh, the epilogue is, I'm certain that I have been here as I'm now 1,000 times before, and I hope to return 1,000 times. And so this is again telling about the same reincarnation. From time to time, I hear, Dr. Weiss is saying this, I hear from Elizabeth and Pedro. They're happily married now and live in Mexico, where Pedro has become involved in politics in addition to his business. Elizabeth cares for the beautiful little girl who has long brown hair and loves picking flowers from the garden and chasing the butterflies that flutter around her. Thank you for everything, Elizabeth wrote recently. We are so happy and we owe so much to you. Dr. Weiss is saying, I don't believe they owe me anything. I don't believe in coincidences. I helped them to meet, but they would have met anyway, even without me. That's how destiny works. When allowed to flow freely, love overcomes all obstacles.
Thank you so much.
Huh.
So this is it. And yeah, I think Dr. Weiss maintains a private practice in Miami, Florida,
Yeah.
where he has expanded his offices to include well-trained and highly experienced psychologists and social workers who also use regression therapy in their work. In addition, Dr. Weiss conducts seminars and experimental workshops nationally and internationally, as well as training programs for professionals. So he has recorded a series of audio tapes in which he helps you discover and learn techniques of meditation, healing, deep relaxation, regression, and other visualization exercises. So that's the address of Dr. Weiss here, but I think now he had stopped doing all those things, as Neeraja ji had mentioned some time back. And
Yeah.
masters, this is wonderful. So here we end the chapter 23rd and 24. That's the end of Only the Love is Real. So this book had been a wonderful like a wonderful journey along with this book. We learned so many lessons. We understood how this book on past life regression is basically helping our trauma, pain, and we understood that only love can heal. Only love is real, and that love, when you go back into your past lives, to your past incarnations, you get to understand what kind of trauma, pain you had in your present lifetime, which is also associated with your past life. And when you go into your past life through regression therapies, you actually tend to heal that trauma and pain. But understanding that when you meet those characters of the past life, the thing that heals you is the love that transcends everything. That when you come in contact with your past incarnations and with your people that the love that is there heals you. And this is what it is about, masters, that only love is real. So this wonderful book, here we are ending today. And maybe in future we might be doing something related to some other book. We don't know, but let's have suggestions coming in and see. So thank you so much, Neeraji.
Oh,
It was
thank you. Yeah, it's a learning experience for all of us for sure.
yes, definitely. So masters, anybody wishes to share anything, as it is the see, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we won't be meeting. For meditation, for people who are from India, it's Saturday already there, right? So for you guys, for India people, it would be Sunday and Monday. So if anyone wishes to share anything, go ahead and share, masters, before we start the meditation session. And we'll just put on the music today and meditate. So, one very beautiful thing that occurred here in the last chapter, and after that last chapter, the letter of Philo. It is, I think it's Philo something, and that uh, character, basically the personality, came through from the subconscious mind of a lady, and it was from the dream that she got, and she wrote everything down. And why Dr. Weiss shared it? Because this character Philo, the personality or entity, I would say, had come through to Dr. Weiss in dream also. So he also got this coincidence, basically, that this character was speaking to Dr. Weiss in his dreams. And that lady who came into his office, she also told that this entity came, and they were speaking about so and so, and they were very happy about Dr. Weiss's work, what he's doing. So there would be many such type of things happening to people who have become very psychic, trying to take note of every sign, whatever happens, because these things are very real, master. Some people, they are very scared of not understanding this, and they become fearful. But as you all have heard, and by Neeraji when she was reading, Dr. Weiss has written that everyone is a psychic, everyone is a guru, and everyone is a master. So we are actually from the same wheel, and we are different spokes, of the same wheel. So, but we are all together. Anyhow, anyone wishes to share anything?
I
No.
guess that same message that I got today in my Gita reading too, that
Mhm.
in the end, you have to make that final step. You can have gurus or anybody help you, but you have to do,
Yes,
you
there's
have to
someone,
find.
people do think that there will be someone coming to save them. Yeah, for time being, they might show you the way. They will show you the way. People will come into your life telling you about something as if they are just guiding you to that path. Because maybe you are very near to that path, but you are basically you forgot something. And it's just a little push to put you there. It's up to you. After being told, it is up to you to take that journey. Either you take it or you go on to the backward path. You will definitely reach, but it will take more time. That's what. So sometimes to put you on that journey to speed up the process, there will be people who will be helping you to step on that ladder. Don't take me literally, okay? Because
Mhm.
sometimes people do listen to me and they think that Madhuji is saying to step on that ladder. No, I mean to say to take that path. If you are on that intersection where a Y path is shown, where one road leads to two roads, so sometimes we don't know, should we take the left road or the right road, A road or B road, or to take on that next journey or step on that ladder, meaning that to go forward, right? So what we need to do, it is about our own decisions. But the decisions might make you late, or they might make you, or it might be like speeding up the process. So it is up to you.
Yeah.
If you hear the guidance, if you see the guidance, you will walk.
Yeah. I think we talked about this once a long time before, I love the story of Wizard of Oz, in which Dorothy is trying to find the way back home, and she thinks that only a wizard will give her the path to go home. So, and she goes and meets so many people, and she learns so many stories. And in the end, when she meets a so-called wizard, he says, "I can't do anything. You should wish to go home." So I always feel it is so true. We always think that somebody else is going to help us, but unless we help ourselves,
And
it's not.
that is the confusing thing. That's what people get confused, and that is what makes us stay longer on that journey, because we are so habitual of making the same mistakes that we don't want to make a right choice. We just want to go ahead with the wrong choice because we are habitual of that. And that is why it is very difficult to even understand that sometimes road less taken has
Mhm.
to be taken sometimes, but choices. Yes, Anina ji, go ahead, please unmute yourself. Nina ji, you are unmuted. Oh, I did give you unmute option.
Okay. Now you can hear me, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Madhuji, and thank you, Neeraji.
Oh, thank you.
Such a beautiful book, and the crux of the book is
Mm-hmm.
the title of the book. The
Yes,
love is real.
Mm.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
I mean, it has a very deep meaning,
Mm-hmm.
like love unconditionally. So yes, learned a lot of things during these sessions. Thank you so
Correct.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And do recommend everyone, just a kind request to everyone, do recommend us a small page book, basically. Like this book was for, I would say, in all, it is, um, if we leave here and there, I think it would have been 170 page book, right? So not big, right? So we all can read smaller books which can quickly finish, but uh, good books, spiritual books with some very great learning, something to understand, something that we don't know about, and we can all delve deeper inside that particular book, right? So thank you so much, Neena ji. Thank you, Nirja ji. Let's, Hillary, you wanted to say something? I believe you wanted to. Is that? You were, oh, sorry. Yeah.
Um, Hello.
Hello. Yeah, Hillary.
I was just thinking, I was just going to suggest another book by Brian Weiss because that one was so nice. But, I follow you
Still,
guys.
still, what book would you like to?
You showed one
Oh,
recently.
same
Messages
soul,
from the
same,
masters.
same soul, many bodies, or messages from masters?
Either one of them.
Both
Oh,
are good.
yeah.
Both are good.
I
Yeah.
think this book, I don't know, let me find. Yeah, Same Soul, Many Bodies is the next version of this book where we are going to think about, we were now delving into past life. Now, this book is about the future life. So I am really interested
Oh,
in that.
Oh, I'm interested too.
So we'll see if I can find the book.
It's
And
not Many Lives, Many Masters. There's a new book, More Many Souls.
no, Same Soul, Many Bodies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't have
It's
that.
not the new book. It says in this astounding and groundbreaking book, Dr. Weiss reveals how our future lives can transform us in the present. We have all lived past lives. All of us will live future ones. What we do in this life will influence our lives to come as we evolve towards immortality. Basically, telling how to live in the present moment. I think that is what it means. Dr. Brian Weiss has not only regressed all of his patients into the past, but also progressed them into the future. How he had progressed? By working on the present lifetime, because this is what, when you don't worry about the past and you don't worry about the future, you work on your present. And working, like, as I have always mentioned in time and again, maybe in the Hindi sessions, English also class, I have mentioned, I would like everyone to take this particular exercise. Try to take 3 or 4 pages. It's about knowing yourself and who you are, what are your qualities, basically, your likes, dislikes, and then your strengths and weaknesses, and your psychic ability, what kind of ability you carry. So these 4 5 things can actually put you at ease and tell you about yourself. So maybe in the coming day, Monday, maybe we might do this, where I can help you all to know about what you can do. If anyone is willing to do this exercise, it is really, really important. This is how, what you can do is to work on your weaknesses, to work on those things that you don't like, and asking about your own self, what are those things that are being mirrored into different people, and then working on ourselves. So we'll do that, okay? And this is very, very, very wonderful. Pushpa ji, go ahead, please, and then let's go into meditation. Yeah, unmute yourself, Pushpa ji. Did I give you option? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Pushpa ji, unmute yourself. Your hand is raised. Yeah. Yes, go ahead, Pushpa ji.
Yes, I just want to show my face too. But anyway, thank you so much. It was wonderful. I really appreciated everybody who has been reading the book. And Madhuji, thank you so much. And one more thing I want to ask Neeraja, do you live in Austin?
Yeah.
Oh, I am in Austin. Today I heard that and I said, I'm going to ask you.
Who is this?
Today was the
Pushpa
end
ji.
of this book. And then,
Oh, awesome.
yeah.
We should meet. We should meet then.
Yes. I visit here to my younger son.
Oh,
In
okay.
Austin, Round Rock,
I'm only 20 minutes from there.
Okay.
You can
So
share phone
today,
numbers here, chat on the chat.
today was the last day of this book, and my granddaughter cried so much that put me to sleep. I says, I can't do today. I had to say no because of the book. I
Wow,
says,
oh my
I have
God.
to get the final. Yes. So she cried so much. My son came twice to my room. But I
Oh,
says, you do that work, not me, because her mom is gone out of town.
oh,
And then
wow.
it's so interesting
Thank you
book.
so much. Thank you so much, Pushpa ji.
No,
What's
thank
this?
you, Madhuji. Thanks
The
to you.
power of
But
now.
I couldn't undo my video. Okay, now I can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You must have seen each other. I think you both have seen.
Yes, I have seen Neeraja
Yes.
all the time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
So
any,
we will
I'll
meet
take
Neeraji.
your number from that and text you.
Sure, I'll do that. Yes.
thank you,
Okay,
Master.
thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's begin our meditation now, and let's take our position. And Masters, so today it would be very less guided. So let's hear the music. I'm gonna put a very not a soft music today. That's what I'm thinking, to have a high frequency music and go with it. Let's see how it feels. Maybe I
I
might.
wanted to do this one thing, Madhuji.
Oh, go
Start
ahead,
off.
please.
No, that's all.
Ah, no,
I
then
got it from a monastery.
wow, go ahead.
No, you start the meditation.
No,
I
no, no.
just wanted to do
You
that.
do it now. Then you do the meditation. That's what. Be like just
I'm never guided before, so I don't know how
try
smooth
it.
it will be.
Try. We'll all. I'm going to then share a light music because I was doing it, so I might have put a loud music, but then now with you.
No. Let people enjoy the nice meditation with you
No,
because I
you
haven't
will
done
do it. You will do it. Try
Okay.
at least.
Okay.
Go ahead. So let's take our position. Sit cross-legged. Drink some water and take your position. Hand clasped, fingers into fingers. Close your eyes. You can either close the light in your room and sit. And Neeraja would be guiding. Little bit of guidance, and then the music is already there, right? So go ahead, Neeraja.
So please, everybody, close your eyes, take off your glasses, and cross your feet and cross your fingers.
Yeah,
Take a deep breath.
till 9:50 you can do it.
Okay. As we're listening to the sound of the bell reciting, start taking deep, slow breaths. If you want, you can count to the count of 4 for an inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like to have a small hold of 2. And then let go. Exhale deeply for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue breathing on your own, at your own pace. Continue taking deep breaths. Inhale deeply, hold, and exhale. And as you exhale, start focusing on your feet. Focus on your right foot. Slowly change your focus to your left foot, your calf muscles. Let your concentration keep moving slowly. Focus on your knees, your thighs, your genital area, your abdomen, and your stomach. And slowly go into your chest area. Remember to focus on your fingers and your arms. Focus on your heart. Continue those deep breaths for inhalation and exhalation. Focus on your throat, your face. Relax your face and move the focus onto the top of your head. Visualize this nice, beautiful path. You're walking along this long, winding road. The beautiful flowers on both the sides. Lots and lots of wildflowers with bright colors. You can see flowers blooming, the smell of fresh grass. Maybe you can hear the river flowing by and see the waves that are going up and down, hitting the rocks and then subsiding. As you pass this long path, you're climbing up and up. Don't forget to take these deep breaths. The air is fresh. You can hear the wind, the leaves that are rustling in the wind. And you come to this path that is alongside a mountain. And as you keep going on the top, you can see these little furry animals scurrying around. And you get this beautiful view of this lake high above the highest point in the country where this freshwater lake is there. tall, big trees. You sit down to meditate there. And as you go deeper and deeper, listening to the music in the background, you're letting go of all thoughts, becoming hollow and empty. Don't try to resist any thoughts, because if you resist, the thought will persist. Just watch it. Let it come and let them go. Don't think of the past. The past is gone. Don't worry about the future. Just concentrate on the present. There is power to be present in the now. And even though you're closing your eyes, your long winded walk, you can just feel that presence where you are. You can do some affirmations if you want. That God is love and you are love. You are peace. You're healthy. Every cell in your body is vibrating with life. Your joy, your happiness, just surrender to the power that has created this universe, that has created all of us, you and me. Let go of anxiousness. Trust that all is well in your life. Believe that all is well in your life. And know that all is well in your life. Feel the connection to one another. Feel the connection to the Supreme. You call it love. You call it God. My dear masters, as we learn through this beautiful book, only love is real. Forgive and ask for forgiveness. Believe and trust in yourself. As we are trying to understand why these challenges are coming in our life, know that the divine has a greater purpose to teach us, to let us learn, so that we can progress in our spiritual path. Before I came on this path, even recently, I always asked, why? Why did this happen to me? Maybe there is a lesson for all of us. And I'm learning to count the many, many blessings in my life. And I'm sure you're doing the same. Your parents that you take for granted, your children, their ability to hear, talk, listen, walk. We need to be more and more grateful to what we have and focus on what we have. Focus on the breath, dear friends. We're grateful for the breath. I'm grateful to have read this book as a group, to have meditated with you all as a group. Continue taking deep breaths. Inhale. Hold and exhale deeply. Grateful for all of you to have shared your Friday evening to discuss Only Love is Real by Dr. Brian Weiss and share this moment of silence. Grateful to Madhuji and all the masters for having this platform. And for sharing such beautiful wisdom. In the last 5 minutes of this meditation, continue just going deeper and deeper. And slowly at your own pace, unwind your fingers and gently place them over your closed eyes. And slowly count from 5 to 1. And please gently open your eyes under your hands. And at your own time, you can open your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to just do the bell one more time. And as the bell sound recedes, you can slowly open your eyes.
Neeraja, can you ring the bell once again? We can't hear it.
Oh.
Maybe no, we couldn't hear it. That's why I was thinking maybe I was not able to hear. At your place, you might be able to hear, but we can't hear it here. How
You
about
can hear my voice?
Yeah, voice was all good.
Oh,
Wonderful meditation, Neeraja.
oh, first time. Sorry if there was
No,
any.
no. It's so good that you did, Neeraja. It was so wonderful. Thank you so much
Thank you. Thank
for
you.
meditation. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good weekend, everybody. Thanks, Madhuji. Thanks,
Gratitude.
masters.
Gratitude. You should do it, Neeraja. That might really help you big time in your life.
Yeah. And today's theme was so much with that Bhagavad Gita thing. I cannot tell you how similar it was.
It was meant to be, right? It's written and it is so amazing. Like so much similarity in
So
everything.
much similarity. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Good
Have a
night.
good weekend.
If anyone has any experiences that you want to
Oh,
share, please go ahead, masters. If anyone wishes to raise their hands and share, go ahead. Thank you. Hilary is also saying thank you. Neena ji. Yeah, go ahead, please. Unmute yourself.
thank you, Neeraja
Thank
ji.
you.
It was such a beautiful
Oh,
meditation.
thank you.
Only thing you missed the bell. I think you were
I
talking
don't
through
know.
No, no,
phone,
it is
microphone, right?
Yeah,
Headphone.
maybe. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah,
I can hear it so much. I got this bell at a monastery,
it's beautiful.
and when
Yeah,
I do my
it's nice.
meditation, so I'm thinking I can hear it.
No, no, actually, what happens is when you are on the laptop, there's a setting that you have to do. Then
Oh,
only,
okay.
even I have this, see, I have this wonderful bowl. I don't know if you guys can hear. Let me know if you guys can hear. Okay. I'm not sure. Okay. This is the
Okay.
bowl. Okay. This is the bowl. Now you tell me, everyone, if you all can hear. Okay. So,
Oh,
No,
no.
no.
no?
I didn't even realize that.
Can,
Thank you all. Thank you
one second.
that, that my meditation was okay.
Yes, yes.
Is
Maybe
it
you have to put
sounding?
the phone on speaker.
Yeah, I did it on my lap. That's, yeah.
Is
I should.
was the bowl sound was heard by you all? No.
No, no.
No.
Yeah. So
But that's
that's
a beautiful bowl. I saw that bowl too. I got a small one, but I didn't.
I
This is
have
not.
this bowl also, this one also. So this one is
Uh,
Oh,
there. But I
and
have
when you do that, the way the monks were showing us, they take this and have that thing, they hit it and they'll just leave it. And
I
then,
have this. I have
oh,
one second.
with Dharma Chakra.
No, no, it is this one. I have this one as well. So my God, it's like dusty. I haven't used it. This one. So
oh, nice.
yeah. So
Yeah, a little bit we heard something.
Yeah, like this. Oh, yeah. That sound. Yeah. We can't hear it. I didn't even realize I learned something today. Yeah. Wow.
go with this one, I think.
Yeah, like, no.
Wait. But it was sounding so
Yeah, you
loud.
can imagine it. Yeah.
Maybe I'll record that sound and send it all to
I
you
just
on
love the
WhatsApp.
bell sound.
Yeah, and this is so good. It is because it is red and it has Ganesh Bhagwan ji's picture on that. So I think yeah, I don't know if you all can see.
Yeah.
Can you see the Ganesh Bhagwan ji? Yeah.
There is a figure that we can see. Yeah.
Um, there's a
Like an
figure
edge. It's
there.
etched into it, I think.
Yeah. So that's
Yes.
Ganesh Bhagwan, like the Lord Ganesha's picture is there. It's for root chakra, and it's such a wonderful thing to stabilize, ground your energy, to have this abundant, prosperous energy. Anyhow, that is what there's a setting that you need to do, and I can't do that. Whenever I do it, something like we need to know, let me try once again and see if we can do it. But one second, give me that sound. Okay, yeah, here it is. There's some setting, spatial sound off, speakers, volume mixer. I'm not sure.
We should ask Chat GPT. How do you make?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know how to just
Yeah.
1 second. There was this sound thing that I'm trying to open it, but it's not happening. 1 second.
We should record it. Yeah. I'll also try recording it and put it on the group.
I think it would be in the setting sound. If it's okay, volume sound, something. Control panel. No, it's recording.
Mm.
It's okay, masters. Whatever it is, I'll record it with my WhatsApp and then I'll send it. How about that? Okay,
Yes.
that is
Yes.
much better.
Thank
I'll
you.
also try. Yeah. Okay. Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Good
Thank
much.
night.
you.
So it's really wonderful. Masters, let's end the session. May we all be happy, healthy, and vibrant. May we be abundant, prosperous, and joyful, like we always are, not like the end of the game, but start of a new journey. So where we all are abundant, happy, prosperous, peaceful, unconditionally loving, compassionate, and kind. May we meditate together with the group energies as well as meditate individually with our own individual self, teach meditation to others, awaken others, but do our much needed inner work every day. Thank you so much, Master. Thank you. Stay blessed, stay happy, stay vibrant. Have a wonderful night for the people in US and to all the masters from India. Have a wonderful day.
Have a
Thank you.
wonderful day.